Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about generating process diagrams in Salesforce. Now, in my never-ending pursuit of getting these agents to document themselves and other processes in Salesforce, I've been using Mermaid quite a bit. It's a popular open source package. It can do various types of diagrams. But if you've ever tried to integrate a Lightning Web component with a third-party library such as Mermaid, you know you can run into some challenges. So it dawned on me that we recently upgraded the iDialogue agents to use the new OpenAI GPT Images 2.0. So I thought, okay, what if I just ask the AI to generate these Mermaid images? So what I've done here is I'm on an agent. It's a fairly complex agent. It actually kind of fans out, pulls in all the information it can get related to an account and generates a briefing. And I want to get an idea of what exactly this agent is doing. So I approached this agent. I went to the Agent Builder tab and started a dialogue with it and basically just asked, hey, before we dig in, can you confirm you have access to the render image tool? And it confirmed, yes, I have render image. I can generate PNG images. And so here's another tip I like to use is ask the agent, if you had the ability to design this yourself, what would you do? And so I just gave the agent an open-ended question. I said, if you had to create one or more Mermaid diagrams, explain this agent what formats you would use. So I've just been telling agents to generate an ERD or a sequence diagram, and I get back literally what I asked for. This agent came back and said, well, if it were me, I'd actually create 4 different diagrams. There's a flow chart, a sequence diagram, a state diagram, and a ER diagram. So then I just kind of dug in. I said, okay, well, it actually mentioned a few more: a mind map, a journey. So somewhere the agent basically said, but I would settle on these 4. And it's the flow chart, sequence, and ER diagram. So then, to kind of make sure we were talking the same language, before I said, go ahead and generate those, I said, let me see the actual Mermaid syntax first for each of these 4 diagrams. And if you're not familiar with Mermaid, it has this particular text syntax. And most LLMs are already trained on the syntax. It can generate these fairly readily. And it showed me the actual Mermaid that it would use, the source code for these diagrams. Now, it's already gone in and looked at Salesforce metadata and data, so it has completed that step. And this agent is embedded in Salesforce, so there's no like Claude code or anything you have to connect. So then it gave me the actual syntax, and then one by one, I just said, okay, well, let's just start rendering these images. So I went through the first one. And so here's where I was pretty surprised. If you remember ChatGPT 1.0 image, sometimes it would even invent its own language. It looked like something out of Tolkien, Elven language or something. And it wasn't very good at labeling, and it definitely was not good at anything process or sequence or something you would use in business software. But this is really impressive. Now, it took a long time. I think what they're advertising with the new ChatGPT 2 is these are highly reflective reasoning iterative models. And so it does take a while for it to generate the image. And, by that, some of these images I had to wait for an image about a minute, 60 to 90 seconds. And what it came back was pretty impressive. So I got some insights from this particular one. This image is designed for primarily background mode. It just can run at night and in the background, but it also has a chat mode. And by just looking at Salesforce records and page layouts, you can't really visually see this type of separation in its logic. So now I'm relying more on these these state diagrams and flow diagrams to understand anything in Salesforce, because, it's just a whole different perspective. The sequence diagram, yeah, this was pretty interesting. It's these swim lanes from left to right are basically depicting how it goes about generating an account brief. And so it's going to do some metadata reflection, describe some objects, query account and related objects. And again, if you can find that magic balance where you're not deterministically telling the agent what to do, but taking a step back, almost like you're asking for which chess move to make next, you're asking AI what to do next, it will probably give you, it's a probabilistic model, so it's going to give you 3 to 5 options, and then, you can go with the top 2 or 3. So this particular agent does some recursive discovery into metadata. It's a little bit open-ended. But anyway, it's kind of nice to see the steps it goes through, kind of its source code. The same thing for entity relationships. It's great for, just takes your Salesforce data model, and instead of using Mermaid and a Mermaid processor, I'm just feeding Mermaid text to the image skill set. So anyway, I thought I'd share that. Here's some of the larger images. The next step, you're really only limited by creativity with this. What I'm probably going to do is an agent that documents the agents and produces a PDF, and it's going to have all these diagrams, and you can see those sort of illustrations on the OpenAI website here. It's just amazing typography and colors and realism. And so the new image API is available in iDialogue. You just add the render image skill, and this is what it can produce. So check it out.